Last fall, artists across the country created the Fall of Freedom, activating a nationwide wave of creative resistance to rising authoritarianism. From galleries and libraries to theaters, schools, and street corners, hundreds of events unfolded across 47 states. The urgency has only intensified. So, we are presenting another set of acts of creative resistance on May Day. This Friday, May 1st, artists, musicians, actors, comedians, dancers, and filmmakers will present their work and gather audiences in a communal declaration that truth matters, art matters, and courage is contagious. As part of the Fall of Freedom film community, I want to share that we're presenting over 20 screenings this May Day. Award-winning filmmakers who tackle some of the critical issues facing us today will screen films like the documentary Steal This Story, Please, about fearless journalist Amy Goodman and Democracy Now!, directed by Carl Deal and Tia Lesson, who I've interviewed for this podcast, if you want to hear more. Homegrown, directed by Michael Premo and written by Lynn Nottage, the first and still the only woman to have won the Pulitzer Prize for Drama twice. The documentary Homegrown looks at the rise of right-wing extremism in America. Lynn is, by the way, one of the organizers and initiators of Fall of Freedom, along with visual artist Dred Scott. Lynn Nottage's husband, filmmaker Tony Gerber, has been lead organizer of our film community, along with filmmaker Jed Rothstein, and a huge thank you and deep gratitude to all of them. This May Day, there will be a screening of Soul Patrol, written and directed by J.M. Harper, the Sundance Directing Prize-winning film about an elite unit of African-American special ops soldiers in Vietnam. Chelsea Winstanley's directorial feature film debut, Toy 2, Visual Sovereignty, is screening with Fall of Freedom and the LAAPFF, LA Asian Pacific Film Festival. Chelsea's is a documentary film that follows Maori curator Nigel Borrell as his groundbreaking exhibition becomes both a cultural triumph and a battleground over indigenous self-determination inside a powerful colonial art institution. And our documentary, Invisible Nation, about Taiwan's struggle for democracy, comes out on PBS starting this May Day. We'll also present Fall of Freedom, Labor of Love, a labor-themed shorts program screening in several venues, and Damned in the USA, a fight for First Amendment rights, screening alongside a very special panel with legendary First Amendment lawyer Martin Garbus at Theater Row in New York City. You can find details on these screenings and more, along with hundreds of other Fall of Freedom May Day events at www.falloffreedom.com. Thank you for participating and joining.